Hello everyone, welcome to the Analyst IAS YouTube channel. Here today's topic for topic decodified is the three most sites which have been added to the tentative list of UNESCO. So we'll see why is this in news, what is a tentative list of UNESCO, then what are World Heritage Sites and what are their significances. Then we have descriptions of the three sites which are Sun Temple at Modhera, Vadnagar, Unakoti. Then we will come to our prelims question and the mains question as well. This topic is important for art and culture. So this is the Sun Temple at Modhera. Then we have Vadnagar and then Unakoti. Before starting, I want you to know that our coaching Analyst IAS is launching a super fast prelims batch. The batch will start from 15th of January 2023 itself and it will cover your whole syllabus before exam. Moreover, there would be regular test series so that you can monitor your progress as well. There would be complete guidance and support from our side. Moreover, first 50 aspirants will avail 25% discount in the fees. If you have any query in your mind or you are interested about the preparation, you can contact at our given number or you can come directly at our office which is at Old Rajendra Nagar of New Delhi. We'll start with today's topic. So why is it in news? Recently, three sites, Gujarat's Vadnagar town and the iconic Sun Temple at Modhera and the rock cut sculptures of Unakoti in Tripura have been selected to tentative list of United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization World Heritage Sites. So what is our tentative list of UNESCO? If a state believes that a monument or a site has cultural or natural heritage of exceptional universal value and is thus suitable for inscription on the World Heritage List, the state then compiles a list of such sites and sends it to the UNESCO. After preliminary inspection, the UNESCO accepts or rejects the monument and compiles a preliminary list. Any monument or site must be placed on tentative list before it can be considered for the final nomination, and after a site is designated as a tentative site, the country must prepare a nomination document for consideration by the UNESCO World Heritage Committee as a World Heritage Site. So what is a World Heritage Site? A World Heritage Site is a landmark on an area which is selected by United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, which is UNESCO, for having cultural, historical, scientific or other forms of significance which is legally protected by international treaties. Then the sites are judged to be important for the collective and preservative interests of the entire humanity. To be selected a World Heritage Site, it must be an already classified landmark, unique in some respect as a geographically or historically identifiable place having special cultural or physical significance. Now we'll see what are the three sites. So the first one is Sun Temple at Modhera. We'll see some specifications about it. The Sun Temple at Modhera is located on the left bank of the river Pushpavati, a tributary of Rupan in Becharaji Taluka of Mehsana district. This temple is built with bright yellow sandstone. The temple description states that it is built in Maru Gurjara architectural style, consists of the main temple shrine which is Garbhagriha, a hall, Ghada Mandapa, an outer hall or assembly hall, Sabha Mandap and a sacred pool which is Surya Kund, which is now called Ramakund. It is perhaps one of the largest temple kund we have in India. Every year at the time of equinoxes, the sun shines directly into this central shrine of the temple. It is the earliest of such temples which sets trends in architectural and decorative details, representing the Solanki style at its best. Now we will see Vadnagar. Vadnagar is an historic town which had continuous habitation for more than 2700 years, home to many archaeological treasures. Vadnagar is famous for its torans, a pair of 12th century Solanki era columns 40 feet tall and built in red and yellow sandstone to celebrate a war victory. It has evolved with time and has an early historic fortified settlement, hinterland port, center for industries of shells and beads, late medieval town, religious center, temple. a significant junction on trade routes and a mercantile town. In 640 AD, Chinese Buddhist traveler Huan Sang visited the city and is said to have mentioned it in his travelogue. Moreover, during excavations in 2008 and 9, ruins of a Buddhist monastery were also unearthed in Vadnagar. So these are the pair of torrents. Now we will see Unakoti. This have a special significance. The story about it that Shiva want to come to Kashi with 1 crores of gods. Later on the next day, he was the alone who woke up early. So he cursed everyone and everyone else turned into a stone and he alone came to Kashi. That is why the name of the place is Unakoti, which is 1 less 1 crore. So Unakoti in Tripura's northeastern region is known as an ancient holy place associated with Shiva worship. The site is a massive gallery set in a forested area that displays a number of towering low relief images in a unique style, making it a masterpiece of human creative genius. It's famously known as Angkor Wat of the northeast. It dates back to the 7th or 9th century. Literally, Unakoti means 1 less 1 crore in Hindi and Bengali, and the local Kok Borok language it is called Subrai Khung. The images found at Unakoti are of two types, namely rock carved figures and stone images. Every year, a big fair known as Ashokastami Mela takes place in the month of April and is visited by thousands of pilgrims. So now we will come to our prelims practice question. Consider the following statements regarding Modera Sun Temple. First, it is located in Mehsana, a district of Ahmedabad. Second, it was built in the 11th century during the Chalukya dynasty. Third, it is located on the banks of Pashupati river. You can choose the correct option from the options given below and type the answer in the comment section. Now we will come to our mains question. Discuss the significance of lion and bull figures in Indian mythology, art and architecture. This question came in the year 2022 itself. So it is all for today's video. Stay tuned. Have a great day.